I am so sorry if you guys hear thunder. I didn't realize it when I chose to record today that there was going to be a thunderstorm. But on the other hand, I live in Florida and it's to be expected. What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin. And today we're listening to Laura Veirs with her song Burn Too Bright. This is off of her upcoming album, My Echo, which is her 11th studio album. I've actually been wanting to do some of Laura Veirs' music on this channel for a while, and this presented the perfect opportunity to do so. I am personally a very big fan of Laura Veirs. The last album that she did as well was very, very good. So I'm curious as to hear what she does on this new album, what direction the music will take her, what stays the same, what changes. As someone who follows the artist, this is exciting for me on another level. You can join me on Twitter, you can join me in the comments down below. Hopefully you're all having an amazing day. Let's do it. This is Burn Too Bright by Laura Veirs.
The eyes of a child looked out of your head, and the microphone smiled when the light turned red. Everyone there wanted to hold you tight, but you look so unconcerned and you burn too bright, burn too bright, 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 bright. Burn too bright, 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 bright. By the shrine you made
Yeah, it's good. It's good. That's exactly what I like to hear from Laura. This is a nice, if I could use the phrase, but it doesn't quite make sense. It's a nice return to form, but that would insinuate that she left a certain form and then this is a return. This is just perfect. This is exactly the type of music that I like from her. It's nice and lush while not being overproduced. The drums, I love how on the deep end of the drums there's a nice bass, there's a nice pounding bass that kind of resounds throughout the music. It's a simple beat, but it makes its impact. The guitar work, very lovely, especially the little details of the electric guitar that are kind of going on in the back, kind of swirling around there. Of course, singing-wise, she sounds just as great as expected, drifting along and flowing with the music. And then we get some interesting ambience in the back with those not quite radio tuning sounds. I'm not sure 100% what it is, but the squealing in the back, the electronic squealing in the back, Could be keyboard work, maybe a guitar effect, I'm not 100% sure. But that's a really nice detail to add into the music. So we see Laura kind of starting to experiment just a little bit more with even electronic and production magic. And of course, we cannot not talk about the strings that are introduced. Simply, of course, and then growing just a little bit, almost sounds like a little quartet, not quite like a full orchestra or anything like that. And that would be unneeded for the music because this is more of a personal setting. And the addition of these little bits of strings that come in at perfect moments, as I always mention, it enriches the atmosphere, does a wonderful job here, mixing with the guitars, mixing with the production, mixing with her voice. And listen to how the mood turns from reflective into very empowered. As the guitar carries on in the back, her singing at the same time becomes a little more forceful, a little more purposeful, not necessarily as wandering, but now searching with purpose. Listen to this after the chorus fades away. That back and forth between the keys, what I believe are the keys at least, and the strings, that's a beautiful back and forth. That's a beautiful transition on a same melody. And so I watched the music video, which is actually really creative. I really like how they worked on the music video and how it zooms out at the end. I'm using the music video so that I can look at the lyrics, which is a really cool way actually to do a lyric video. That's a good move, Laura. That's a good move. The eyes of a child looked out of your head, and the microphone smiled when the light turned red. Everyone there wanted to hold you tight, but you looked so unconcerned when you burned too bright. Bright, bright, burn too bright, 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 bright. Who were you running from? It was yourself. All right, maybe you burned a little too bright. I wonder if your soul is still dispossessed. Are you wandering? Are you rolling? Or have you found a place to rest? By the way, looking at the music video and the lyrics, I love the artwork that surrounds the lyrics. That is so beautifully done. That is so cool. And then at the end of the lyrics, it says, dedicated to all the brilliant souls who left us too soon. So I like that. I like the idea of this song. I like the message, at least from what I can gather in the lyrics. You know, we all have people in our lives, perhaps even in our personal lives, but even expanded into our global worldview. People that burn too bright. People who make such a big impact on the world, in our lives, and they burn so bright. You know, but then at one point they burn so bright that eventually they burn out, they fade away, whether that is through the natural process of death or in other ways. And it says here in the notes in an interview with Miss Veirs, she says that this song was inspired by the passing of the great NW producer and musician Richard Swift. I didn't know him personally, but he was a close friend to many in my community, and I admire his artistry a lot. His death got me thinking about people who seem to burn too bright for this world. The song is dedicated to the many bright, artistic, and heroic souls who have sadly left this plane too soon. And I think that's a very beautiful message. I think that's a very personal message, of course, but it also has a nice worldview, and maybe something that a lot of us could also have a little bit of reflection on. Who have burned bright in our lives? Who has burned bright in my life and in your life? Can you think of them? Can you remember their names? What have they done to impact you? Could be someone as simple as a parent or a family member, or it could be someone on a different scale, a different level. Anyways, this is a great song, beautiful song by Laura Veirs. Definitely makes me excited to hear what else she's going to come out with on her album My Echo, of which I'm definitely looking forward to. Hope that you guys enjoyed the song. Of course, you can join me on Twitter if you're interested. You can join me in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on the song. Hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.